A psalm that I think is appropriate for the end of the year holiday season is Psalm 111. I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart in the company of the upright in the congregation. Great are the works of the Lord, studied by all who delight in them. Full of splendor and majesty is his work, and his righteousness endures forever. He has caused his wondrous works to be remembered. The Lord is gracious and merciful. He provides food for those who fear him. He remembers his covenant forever. He has shown his people the power of his works, and giving them the inheritance of the nations. The works of his hands are faithful and just. All his precepts are trustworthy. They are established forever and ever, to be performed with faithfulness and uprightness. He sent redemption to his people. He has commanded his covenant forever. Holy and awesome is his name. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All those who practice it have a good understanding. His praise endures forever. I hope this holiday season that you remember your Lord and his mighty works. I'm J.D. Cantrell. I'm just a guy who loves Jesus and tries to follow after him, and I hope that you are blessed.
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic. 592-4242.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
So you could ask Chat that I'm going on this trip. Where should I go?
It is the I'm telling Rush, Representative Bricken, my Chat GPT, mine's name is Ted. I laid out, because I put Taylor in charge of the transportation for Metro and all that, because that was where we got FUBARD last time, because I wanted to do it, she wanted to do it. Someone has to be in charge, so I put her in charge. And so then I'm like, well, I'll just see about ChatGPT, what it says to me, because I've been learning, it's been doing a lot of cool things for me. And it just laid out my Metro location. It just all planned it out together. I don't know, it's beautiful. It's a devil.
It is.
It's a devil. Arnold Schwarzenegger will have to come and rescue us from the AI technology. But anyway, hey, we've got sorry, we're going down the rabbit hole of inauguration. I'm trying not to be super uber excited, but I am. Representative Bricken is starting his fourth
term.
Fourth term. It's the second Tuesday of every January is when you start the fun.
Correct.
All right, are you ready?
More or less, yeah.
Okay, what do you think are the priorities this year?
Well, I'm sure either on social media or on Tennessee television, you've heard the governor talk about his Education Freedom Act, otherwise known as the Vouchers Bill, and we might even still have a special session after which is odd when you're already in session to call a special session. But there's a lot of rumors to that. Nothing's officially been announced about it. I assume we're live now.
We're all live. Yeah, see up there? We're already going.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Maybe. So we'll see. But it's. I mean, I really think this bill is. I mean, he's putting on an all court press to get this bill, and if we have a special session, it would mean that he has got the votes for it. He would not call a session unless he knew he had the votes. The bill itself, there's a lot of pros and cons with it in my mind. I have told him I've not committed to vote for it. I've not committed to vote against it yet. I think it needs to be tweaked. And the current form of the bill needs to be amended to get my vote for it.
Okay.
But parental choice is a kind of a mom and apple pie issue. You can't argue that parents should have the choice about where their child are educated.
Absolutely.
That's kind of no argument there. Then, but you flip it on to the where, from a public school standpoint, now the current structure of the bill. I mean, this is to do no harm. In fact, there's some features in this bill that will aid public schools a lot. Okay. But it's $7,100. It's got 20,000 scholarships provided, 2 buckets. One, you would have to qualify on an income level, 300% of the federal poverty level. A family of 4, somewhere in the $100,000 range. If you earn less than that, you would qualify.
So Grundy County basically would qualify.
Correct. And you would put in an application. The applications are vetted, and I'm not sure exactly.
Sure, we're going to learn. Yeah.
How they're going to be vetted, and then the other 10,000 bucket is there's no income cap. I'm bothered by the no income cap. Honestly, I think wealthy folks can make the decision to send their child where they want to.
Absolutely.
It's people on the bubble, income-wise, that are, and the issue to me, if your public school setting for your child, as a parent, doesn't fit them in your mind, whether it's emotionally, it's educationally, for whatever reason. I mean, currently we have scholarships for students with autism, for special needs, that and the public school system is 100% for. Now we're dealing with we're not dealing with medical issues per se. Could be emotional, could be a lot of things that the parent just feels like that setting's not for my child.
And that should be their choice.
So if they need that help, and that's a lot of arguments that $7,100 for most private schools are dropping a bucket, and they wouldn't be able to
afford it.
Wouldn't change it anyway.
Yeah.
So, but for the wealthy, and I've been told said, well, if I have a child already in a private school, I would apply for it. It's like not winning the lottery, but it's like $7,100 of money that I would never.
Yeah.
I'm saving that I would never have saved unless these scholarships were available.
I can get a new car.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
It's so I don't know. It's not something that for Rush Bricken, I'm not enamored about it. Like it said, the parental choice is a good idea, and a lot of what you'll hear over the last, I guess, 6 years, we put $2 billion into public education, and the results coming out based on test scores and all has not improved. So, does this tell LEAs there's a little bit of pressure that if you're not performing, step up your game, figure something better out.
Or you're going to lose your customers.
Yeah. Now, there's almost 1 million students in public education, so 20,000 is still a
Drop
small
in the bucket. Yeah.
percent, less than 1.5% of the population. So, is it a big game changer? I don't know. I don't think it is. I mean, the 20,000 has an escalation. If it's fully subscribed every year, it will increase going forward. If there's no demand for it, then it stays at $20,000. But economically, there's going to be a demand for it, because why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't people that are paying anything for a private school not apply for it?
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned some of the embedded benefits of this bill. It does provide, and I know this is kind of a carrot, some people call it a bribe, that all teachers will get a $2,000 bonus if the bill's passed. Also, the money that's currently coming from the sports wagering fund, the 80% of the sports wagering monies, and that's tens of millions of dollars a year, instead of going into the lottery scholarship education fund and for higher education, it will be put in a fund for local education school districts for building and infrastructure for those school districts. So it'll be a serious pot of money for schools to have for building programs. How it's allocated, I don't know yet, but in my mind, regardless of whether this bill passes, I think that should be done
Anyway. Absolutely.
Because,
syntax, baby.
Well, the lottery, the paper lottery that you see, has got a ton of money already in it. The sports wagering, no one knew how that would take off, but it's taken off well, and it's generating. I wish I could pull up the monies, but I'm going to say tens of millions of dollars a year. And that money's just being added to the lottery money, and I hate to say it's not needed.
It's not needed.
But it wasn't planned for. The Hope scholarships and everything coming out of the lottery accounts being fully funded. So this money going for buildings,
that's huge.
It's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
It would help. So anyway, I will see. I don't think, based on if the governor calls a special session,
I think he has the votes.
He must. I mean, he's not. And I'll sit on. And if the bill stays in its current form, I'll probably be a no.
That's fine.
And if he tweaks it to where I think the income level should always be a part of it. I think it should be. And if the lower, I'm going to call it the moderate, lower income folks don't fully subscribe to it, fine.
Yeah.
The unused scholarships can go to whoever, but I don't think it's a good look to have no income caps in this bill.
I agree.
Good.
I agree. Us rural folk agree. I mean, because we're pretty conservative fiscally, but like here in Grundy County, we're a no debt county for our schools. I don't think anyone in the state probably can say that. So we can only go up, and we do have to do better by our children. I don't know what that is, and we have to support our LEAs. But I mean, now think about it. On a Trump agenda, I mean, they're looking to get rid of the Department of Education for
That'd be the
Pete's sake.
greatest thing ever.
Wouldn't that be that would open up a lot, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know what the budget for that department is, but I'm gathering it's probably $500 billion. It's in the multi-billion. That money in the bureaucracy of the federal government could be channeled to the state. And I've talked to my fellow legislators. I said, well, if Trump does that at the federal level, we should take a hard look at doing it at the state level.
Yes.
I said, and I know there's got to be some coordinated administration. The funny thing about politics and that I've learned in Nashville, when you control the purse strings, you want to feel like you're in control. So, if you're raising money for education, you want to be sure that in our local counties, I'm fairly comfortable that I think our local boards of education would spend the money wisely.
That's a great feeling.
Sadly, there's areas of the state we can't feel that way about. And therefore, we want to put controls over those local LEAs to say, do it right. Because
don't throw money at it.
But we have thrown so much money over the last years, and we're not getting any better product. Now, you and I've talked about this before. The schools and teachers can only do so much with our children. I mean, they get them 6-7 hours a day. The environment they come from, the parenting, the nurturing, that is still rules how that child will develop, appreciate education, and go on. Until we can fix that environment, I think we'll always be a struggle.
It's a Band-Aid. And don't you feel, though, I mean, not to get into politics, but it does matter who leads. It just does matter. And if we can get back to the basics of how we educate children and get the government out of our lives, right, as best we can, let the churches do their work, let the homes do their work, and become a collaborator in the process. That's how it used to be, Rush.
Well, it used to be, but the child came from homes that you left to go to school, and the child knew the importance from their parents or why they were in school. They learned the discipline and the respect for teachers that now has been just diffused, and we seem to dummy down teaching to the lowest common denominator, so to speak, and discipline. I mean, if you have no discipline in your home, then the child, says, well, I don't have to mind my parents, I don't have to mind teachers. We've eroded so much of that, and I don't know how we put that genie back in the bottle. I mean, it truly comes a little bit spiritually. It comes back from saying, as parents, when you take the responsibility of having a child, you've got to realize how important it is. And it only takes one or two disruptive students to ruin that whole education experience. But anyway.
And here's the positive side. So we have a lot of mammas. Have you read J.D. Vance's Hillbilly Elegy?
Well, my mom was a mamaw.
Okay, see that? I mean, we need more mammas like that. It just takes a mamaw.
It truly does. But that's really from the cradle. Children learn the respect from and the importance of hard work in education. You learn it at your home environment. I mean, there's always the exceptions of children with poor environments getting into the school system and excelling or doing well. I don't know. Sometimes they just find that nurturing teacher that sparks that in them, and they get launched from that. So
you're saying get back to just being a family and loving on those babies.
Oh, I mean, so much, absolutely. I mean, the social media world that we are in, and I look around. I had 5 of my grandkids at my house over the holidays, and a lot of those times the parents weren't there, and for my wife and I, it worked out actually better when the parents weren't there.
Yeah.
Because as children can be, if my wife's the kids, she's the yaya and I'm the gamps.
Gamps.
But it's they'll go to us. I mean, we are in control. But if you have parents there, then they'll play you off against your parents. My parents, and you know how the kids can manipulate every which way. We all can, I guess, but kids, right. I'm not sure how innately they learn that. But
they just get better with age. That's all.
Maybe so.
But you had a better time with him. I agree. But I think a refocus. I'm excited about a new agenda. Right. Any other topics in the legislature? I mean,
well, I've got a couple of notes
all right,
here.
Let's do it.
I mean, this session. I mean, one of the bills you'll hear a lot about.
Okay.
Is the push to totally exempt sales tax on groceries.
Ooh.
And it's a bill that Elaine Davis, a Republican out of Knoxville, is sponsoring. I think the leadership is trying to get behind it pretty well. We've had, several years. We didn't have it last year. We had tax-free weekends, but 2 years ago we had 2 months of tax-free grocery tax, and people loved it, and that's your money. I mean, sales. I mean, if the state treasury and finances can handle it. That's what, as Republicans, to put that money back in the citizens' pocket is I'm all for it. Because if the money stays in Nashville, they'll figure out a way to spend it.
Sure will.
And so let's keep it out of Nashville and keep it in your pocket. I don't know where the bill really. Now, of course, the danger is if you remove it, if we ever need it, it's going to be tough to get it back. But I'm I'm excited to see it's on the agenda. There's another bill talking about children, and it deals with cell phones in the classroom. That would basically remove the cell phones in the classrooms except for extraordinary circumstances, and I don't know what the details of that are. Currently, local boards of education can make local rulings on cell phone policy. And there's several districts across the state that have totally removed cell phones in the schools or restricted them significantly. I think it's so important personally to have some kind of restrictive policy on cell phones. It cannot be. I was asked to speak to a class at Tullahoma High School last month, and it was a high school class, a lot of juniors and seniors. But the first thing the teacher did said, "All right, cell phones, put them away, put them down. No," and they all respected that.
Sure.
So they were put away. Now, I mean, every child in class, you quickly they weren't sitting on their desks doing this, doing that with them. They were under their desks or in their pockets or in their purses or whatever. So I guess if you have good students that, mind you, you could do something as simple as that.
Sure.
But I can imagine environments in certain classes around the state that those students would look at the teachers and say,
Ain't gonna happen.
ain't going to happen. So anyway,
That's interesting. There's always a rural urban divide and suburban divide.
I spoke to a Manchester Chamber yesterday, and my opening remarks is that I'm going to talk to you about pornography. And it was a luncheon thing, but I did it primarily because people normally try to go to sleep right after lunch. So I said,
That shook them up.
I thought pornography would
Good job, Rush.
get their attention, but but I will share that last year we passed an important piece of legislation that went into effect January last week, dealing with cell phone pornography. That websites must age verify any person going to a pornographic website.
Good.
And sadly, I don't know where, some liberal judge has what do you call it?
Stopped it.
Yep, delayed it under a First Amendment right kind of thing.
Kids have a First Amendment right to porn?
Yeah. Well, that's what I sit there and say. We already have rules that children can't go to adult bookstores.
Yeah.
They can't.
They can't drink. They can't smoke.
They can't go to X-rated movies without being unless they're age verified.
But gosh, give them porn.
But let them and get them porn on their cell phone. So, but it has to. I certainly hope that will prevail. But parents, hopefully, are all minding what their children are doing on their cell phone and devices. But I thought it was a great bill, and I just certainly hope we can get it embedded in the system so the websites and the internet providers are certainly capable of age verifying folks.
Well, Facebook can fact check, which they're getting away from now. See, so they're going to play ball with how to implement.
So, let's see. The other, we don't know where it's going to go. The County Mayors Association have asked, or in the process of working on legislation, and it's gotten about property transfer taxes. Anytime you record a deed, sell property, there's a transfer tax. It's calculated like 37 cents per $100 of your whatever the value. Of course, property values going up. And in 2008, when the state were under, I think Governor Bredesen then, was desperate for money. So that transfer tax used to stay in the county. And they basically says it's like a sales tax, so it should come to the state. So I'm going to say 95% of it. They left 5% for to the county to administrate, to collect it, and do all the work. But I don't know what it is in Grundy County, but in Coffee County, it's $2.5 million a year.
Holy wow!
That's going to the state, and so
how much?
$2.5 million in Coffee, and so for Grundy County, I'm just say it's 25% still of that. That's $750,000.
That's a lot of nice change.
That should stay here. And for whatever the utilization could be for education, certainly could be for running the government, for whatever. So we're going to try to put a push to get that done. The state's revenues this year certainly are coming in okay. Not we've kind of hit a little bit of a plateau after several years of just skyrocketing growth. We've somewhat plateaued our revenue. So I don't know where.
I think we're full.
You go up there, as you can expect, in Nashville, if the governor or the leadership needs money for a project or for a bill, somehow they seem to find it.
They find it.
If they don't like it, we can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
It's just a funny part of that game, I guess. So I would hopefully, I mean, I don't know. I'd be a little bit torn. I hadn't decided if it's an issue between getting this property tax transfer money back to the county versus the sales tax.
Ooh.
Where would I go with it? My gut tells me that the property transfer tax truly belongs locally.
I agree.
And I mean and for counties that it doesn't come up so much here in Grundy or Coffee County, but like Rutherford, the amount of growth that those counties have faced have generated a demand for impact taxes. That they've added to when you put in a plat or whatever. And so developers have to pay. It's always a fight between developers and builders for that impact. I mean, anytime you put a tax or fee on a home, it's still going to be added to the price, so the homeowner's going to eventually pay it. But if you think about every time you buy or sell property, this transfer tax is in a way is kind of an impact tax.
It is. I was just going to say that.
And therefore it should be,
because new people have an impact.
and if you're buying or selling something and I think,
was it originally in the county's hands?
Up until 2008.
Oh.
I don't know if it was always 100% or 75%. The state probably got some money back
Sure,
then.
absolutely.
But they gobbled all of it up.
Sure.
Well, all but, like I said, 5% of it.
Sure.
So anyway.
Okay. I like that. That would be a tough one, but I agree.
That's coming up. Those are the
major things.
Those are the major things. The education bill will be the big focus as we started off with. I don't know. I've not heard of anything else. We're proposing to change a few rules in the House, dealing with always decorum and how long you debate.
Yeah.
And hopefully that. I mean, I hate.
Gloria lost though. They'll be over it.
Well, she's back on. She's still.
I know, but she's not senator.
She's not a U.S. senator, but she was able to keep her House seat.
Well, do you think the Trump agenda? Because in the states, I will tell you, at the RNC, all the red states were talking about school choice. I mean, parent choice. I mean, that's kind of like it's not us, and that's what I thought for a long time. It's just like, okay, but it's a national thing.
There's 35 states that currently have some component of school choice.
Yeah.
It can go from special needs kids to universal, no income caps. Every family can apply and get a voucher or scholarship for whatever. The thing is that under all that, when you consider 35, you think they're all uniform, but they're not. I mean, some of the scholarships are you might say, well, we have it, but in Tennessee it's like $7,100. Some states it's $1,000. but they claim they have it. Now, $1,000 for a private school probably ain't going to go very far.
Yeah, right.
But in essence, they're saying, well, we have it, just not very much money in it. So I don't know.
That's interesting. All right, last question.
Sure.
So Governor Lee has been very good to Grundy County. We have been very blessed with his leadership many ways. We've got a new governor race coming in 2026. I've already started getting postcards from potential folks.
Interesting.
So, the movement has already started. It was started at RNC too. There were several folks that made bright and shining, faces there. You had John Rose. You had Kane, our Knox governor.
Mayor.
Mayor. I love him. Mark Green is always in a flitting pattern.
I think he has dropped down in the potential.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
And then of course, several other business folks, and it's going to be interesting. Any early favorites?
Well, there's a West Tennessee State Senator Paige Wally.
Okay.
He's interested in running. Good guy. The other name that has come up recently is our U.S. Senator Marsha Blackman.
Ooh.
As possibly coming back and running. And she'd be a heck of a candidate. Of course, there's a lot of things you love about Marsha. But I think, the storyline is that she would like to be Tennessee's first lady governor.
Well, she has. We talked about it yesterday. She has done a lot of heavy lifting for the state of Tennessee. She was featured twice at the RNC, so that's kind of like a big deal. So, she has stature. I was just thinking in the Senate she would have more of a role, but that's interesting.
Well, when I was told that, I was a little bit taken aback, but then you start muddling it, you can see
Sure.
maybe that's where she'd like to end her legacy in public office.
That's interesting.
So-
Because I know Beth Harwell wanted to do that because she had a long legacy of heavy lifting. And it's tough for a woman in Tennessee. Yeah, and Ward Baker is... I'm not a hero worship kind of thing, but I met him at the thing at RNC. He's just brilliant and he's ruthless. So it'll be interesting to see how the governor's race, but that affects all of us.
Oh, it does. It will change the dynamics of the next session. Speaker Sexton certainly has been rumored to have an interest in it, and Speaker Sexton is a great leader. I think he is very pragmatic. He knows. I think he feels the pulse of the state well. So
Wow.
it's difficult to come out of one of the state legislative bodies and run for governor, though. We've had it. And certainly, you can.
Yeah.
I guess McWhorter
Was it McWhorter?
was the last.
Was Sundquist in there? No, Sundquist was something else.
He was a congressman.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's going to be interesting, and it does affect us. Like Bill Lee, like I said, has been very good to us for the rural folks.
He has, and of course, let's see what else going on in Grundy County. I don't think a lot of people in Grundy County is following it. There's a new Tacking Tower placement that has,
yes.
and we're going to have a meeting with the powers to be next week.
Thank
on this.
you so much. That's been a
But the Friends of Short Springs, it's Ned Murray.
yep. Friends of the parks.
Yeah, parks. And again, no one's opposed to the tower
No.
itself. It's just the placement of it, to be sure that what alternatives have been looked at properly for public. I mean, it's needed for public safety.
Yes.
And
we all agree on that.
And so it's just a matter of, and hopefully, I don't know, I haven't heard where the alternative locations are and the rationale for one versus the other. But
the thoughtful process, though, see, with us, and I'm sure you know it, when you go into a person's neck of the woods, right? Like a state person comes in, they don't realize that they've got to talk to the local officials. There's got to be a collaboration and not just, hey, we're here, we're the state, and you don't have a say.
Yeah,
it doesn't work well.
Yeah, I don't know what the ramifications of the tower itself. Obviously, it's got to have warning lights on it, but most of those warning lights are red lights. They're not supposedly intrusive as far as.
Well, the locations they did were, the ones that they chose were intrusive.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Yes. Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
Well, Janice Bowling, Senator Bowling, and I, and I think Jeff Gray and Ned are all.
Oh, Joe Gray. Joe Gray? Who's Jeff Gray?
He's I think his name's Jeff. He's the director of tech.
Oh, sorry. We have a Joe Gray.
Oh, okay.
We have Grays.
No.
Joe Gray's. Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. Thank you for sharing that. That is
Sure.
a concern. Thank you. What else is going on in Grundy? Anything?
Well, still, I mentioned this transfer tax, property transfer tax. Well, currently, most of that money goes to TDEC, Department of Environmental Conservation, and they have reallocated a lot of that over each year in millions and millions of dollars locally for parks, recreation, greenways, and all. And Grundy County's been a big beneficiary and received Mayor Brady, I think, has gotten for his
Miracle on the Mountain
Park close to $1 million last year on it. So the point I make is that money of that property transfer tax has gone to the state. A lot of it's come back based on grants in local governments, and that's all well and good. But if it just stayed here, then the county they don't have to apply for a grant to the state to get their money back, basically.
It streamlines the process.
Well, it does. There will be some arguments that says if you just go back to the county, this county will just get absorbed and cannibalized, and you won't see anything,
And there's that.
Versus if it's up at the state and you apply for a grant, you get a big shot of money for some project that probably wouldn't gotten funded.
There's that.
The money's there. So
there's that. Okay. The devil's always in the details.
It's always the yin and the yang, isn't it?
Well, I'm super excited about that. All right. You start next Tuesday. We can follow your progress, and they do all the committee hearings. So just real quick on the sausage. You go. When would special session be? Like right afterwards?
Well, the first week we meet. We vote on rules. The speaker will assign committees and chairmanships, and then we in the past have adjourned for a week to 10 days. I mean, 10 days to 2 weeks, because based on those committee assignments and appointments, office rooms have to be.
That's right. Everybody moves. It's like a
little shuffleboard.
Yeah, it's a little shuffleboard.
And so it takes time to move those offices and get people re-accommodated, I guess. So it would be interesting. It would be during that 2-week period. So I'm not sure people will be shuffling offices and going to special session at the same time. So I don't know how that would work.
Oh, this is so fun. Then the bill deadline is generally the end of January.
It is this year. And one of the new rules for House members, we will be putting in a 10 bill limit per House member, which for 99 House members, that would limit the House to 1,000. There will be some accommodation for, if I read the rules right, if you're a chairman of committee, you might have 12 to 15, or so you have a few more bills. Now the Senate's unlimited, so.
But they need a co-sponsor.
Yes, so it will make. There's a lot of representatives that every year comes up with 15, 20 bills, and
yeah.
Of course I'm. You know me, I generally don't look for legislation. I think we have enough laws on the books. So, I mean, if it's something local that's needed, then I will certainly sponsor it. And I've already, but I've gotten a lot more calls now from senators and all saying, "Rush, can you save me a spot in my 10 limit?" So there's
it's a jockeying right now.
It'll work out. But anyway,
chairmanship, do you expect it? All right, so where do you want to be? Like, if you had your best wish list, where do you want to be in committees?
I like to stay on the same ones I've been on. I certainly have asked the speaker. There's an opening for the Department and Agency Subcommittee chairmanship that I've served on for the last 6 years, and I've certainly asked for consideration to be chairman of that committee. If I could stay on the same committees I'm on, which is state Department and Agencies, a subcommittee of state government, Children Services subcommittee, and that's part of civil justice. Commerce Insurance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm on the Banking and Finance, Banking and Insurance subcommittee under Commerce Insurance, and vice chairman of that committee. So I'm on good committees. I've asked to stay on them. We'll see.
Okay, well, that's super exciting. Do you mind just calling in at sometimes if something exciting happens in the morning at 7:40 or something? You go, I want to tell all y'all about this.
I'd be glad to.
Mind. Thank you.
It's always, yeah, and you know how to reach me.
I do.
You can just fire off that morning text at Rush, what's going on up there? So
you're very gracious about that, and we have a cool new screen. So like when you call in, your face appears right here on top, like in my up here. It's a big screen. I interviewed Kathy Henners.
I didn't know if I need to give me a cutout of myself like you got your.
Oh, see, isn't that cute? I know. You don't mean that's my tribute wall, but anyway. So we'll do that because local education is super important to all of our folks. I just feel like with the Trump agenda. It's going to change how at least the red states will operate, because they will all fall under, just like our coalitions are holding up in D.C. Right? There's Republicans and then Democrats are all coalescing, so the state governments will kind of follow suit. Like they want America great. So how do we up our game to be great?
Well,
we are great. So we're like number one anyway, better than Texas.
Well, I like what I've heard. This
is Rush Bricken.
Well, it's a sidebar on the federal level. Of course, I hope President Trump will focus on. I love the focus on reducing federal government, their footprint in our lives. Recently, the last week or so, the distraction of some of this international taking over Greenland. Honestly, I wish I wish that would go away. Honestly, I think it just.
Good luck with that one.
I just think it distracts. I think the policies and the certainly the focus on immigration and I hope Trump will just concentrate on those. I mean, as we know, that he's got a mandate, but the opposite side, and they're formulating a plan, and they're going to certainly come after anything that doesn't fit. I mean, but they've learned I think that they're learning their lesson. I'm not sure if they've learned it yet.
I think so too.
But we really have. He has the opportunity over the first part of this session to hit the ground running with some significant policies that really will benefit us. And I just hope he focuses at some of this other international stuff. I mean, I know you got to deal with it. There's enough to deal with Ukraine and Israel. We don't need to bring Greenland and Denmark into the fray.
I think I've read The Art of the Deal. I've read all of his books. I know his game plan. I feel like he is doing that to get everybody ready to come to the table.
Could be. I mean, truly, I agree. I like to say that there's an innate strategy in here. It just seems that it just provides fodder, and maybe it's a distraction. So I don't know.
He is. I'm telling you, there's a master strategy at play.
So
I'm super excited. All right, Rush. Any last words?
No, thanks for having me. I don't think I even thanked you on the very beginning because I wasn't sure I was live yet. So it's great to be here. Hey, folks that are listening, certainly we got weather coming in. So stay safe. Fill up your car. Get a full tank of gas today, and enjoy the weekend. We got some good football.
Good football.
I mean, I wish Tennessee was still playing.
Who are you rooting for the final?
I guess I'm down to Texas. I know we certainly can't go with
God's team, Notre Dame. That's my pick.
Sorry.
People have such a chip on their shoulder about Notre Dame. That's God's team, Rush.
They would be my second. I mean, Penn State and Ohio State, hell no.
No, just no.
So anyway, it's fun, and again, the NFL teams are getting down to their playoffs, so it's fun.
Well, to snuggle up, it's gonna be snow cream. Get your snow cream fixins today and all that, and don't take chances. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Hopefully it's mostly gonna be a snow event. I mean. We're always on that bubble for ice. Ice is the worst thing I could ever.
It's up here. It is. It's horrible. You just don't do it.
Yeah. So.
And we're trying to train our folks. So we found out about 20% of folks that just are not Tennessee born. That's like a new stat. We're number 3 in the state. So we've got to educate that 20% of folks that this is the last frontier, and it just doesn't operate like it is from where you're from.
Well. I totally agree. Especially if they came here from California.
Yeah, it's just different.
Our northern visitors that have come down here they might have more.
But they get overconfident. I have driven in 12 feet of snow. Yeah. My God. Well, we do with sand. Well, then we learned last year with the ice for 2 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. It just doesn't work here.
Yep.
So just sit back, have a pot of chili, enjoy life, and just don't get on the roads.
Well, Grundy County has their roads. Certainly just bad weather because there's so much curves and up and down. Mm-hmm. Things it
just doesn't work. I mean, it's just one of the,
you can get. As you say, you can get sideways real quick. So
those flip-flops, when you're getting in between the car to where you're going, you could end up on a ditch in your flip-flops. So just don't do it.
Yeah, so be careful. But anyway, thanks for having me. Look forward to the next time, and I'll put it in my daily notes.
Yeah, we like to keep posted, especially this school stuff, really. Our teachers, I love all of our folks. And I want our kids to be the best that they can be, and somewhere the two shall meet. Because I had to take my kids out of public school because we had so many English as a second language moving into the suburbs. And so I'm like, my child who is, XYZ is not getting the opportunities because of all of this effort towards this, and you can't change. I was PTO president, for goodness sakes. I couldn't change it. So you just go, okay, I need another option. I went to a Lutheran school. So, I mean, we just want what's best for our kids. That's all.
Amen.
Right? That's all. So anyway, thankfully you're up there going to bat for us, Representative Bricken. We're very proud to have you as our representative.
Well, it's an honor. It's certainly an honor to represent Grundy County and Coffee County, the 47th District. And again, I'm available. My numbers are, you can just Google Rush Bricken. You can certainly call my office. Jennifer,
Love Jennifer.
My assistant in Nashville, she knows more about our counties than I do. I think
she really does. She was with Judd forever too.
16 years with Judd,
yeah.
And so there and she said, Rush, I'll stay as long as you stay.
It does help to have the women beneath wings. All right, we're going to go in a quick break. I know we went over. You guys sit there right there. We went a little bit over, and I apologize. But if I've got Representative Bricken here to talk politics, which is my favorite thing to talk about, then we're just going to do it. So thank you for that point of personal privilege. We're going to go on a quick break. Thank our sponsors. We've got full phone lines. We'll get back to them. I promise. And as always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
TennCare's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has TennCare or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. TennCare will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the TennCare diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Monteagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and Certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Monteagle, Tennessee.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircea Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology.
Do your legs swell, ache, and feel heavy after a long day? Or do your calves cramp up when you climb stairs? You could have a circulation problem. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we specialize in diagnosing and treating disease in both arteries and veins. With on-site ultrasound and an in-office procedure room, we will have your legs feeling great in no time.
Save gas, save time, save money, Save a Lot. The name says it all. Locally owned and operated, Save a Lot of Tracy City promotes shopping locally on the mountain. Come check out the clean, organized store where hometown folks like you save with weekly specials from the Weekly Shopper. Experienced employees choose our products very carefully and keep a large selection of fresh produce and fruit stocked, offering you the best deals for the best possible quality. With a primetime butcher on staff, expect fresh meat cut and packaged on location, or request your favorite cuts while shopping name brands and Save-A-Lot brands in our frozen food sections, and fresh milk and dairy products always up to date. Friendly, helpful faces are on staff for any requests and questions you may have. Open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Stay on the mountain. Shop at your locally owned Save-A-Lot. The name says it all.
Independently owned and locally staffed, the Caverns attracts visitors from all over the country. Bring your guests down for a cave tour, a cave concert, or a magical night under the stars at the Caverns Outdoor Amphitheater. Camping is an option too. Learn more at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes a journey. Whew. My eyes are watering like crazy. I don't know if it's this. I don't know what it is. All right. Buy the Grundy County Herald. That'll have all the stuff that I know about the Jam Kids, their registration. Then there is the Grundy County Arts Council. This is on Monday. All that going on. Ladies Conference. I did read where the Highland Church Ladies Conference was rescheduled from this weekend, and it's going to be on another weekend. So just find them on the Facebook page. But there's a lot of ladies' conferences for the church that go on, and they're an excellent a little gathering to go to. You learn a lot, and it's a good network. So ladies out there, if you haven't gone to a ladies' conference in a church, or if your church hasn't had one yet, it's a very uplifting time for women, because it feels good to be around with other folks. All right, so that's that. Everything, we're going to get a snow event. Stephen and I are playing it by ear. You know, the needle keeps on moving as far as when the snow's going to happen. You know, it could happen late morning, and if it does late morning, then we'll be here. If it goes earlier, like a 3 to 6, you know, and at 6 o'clock we walk outside and we go, holy wow. Stephen has the hardest time getting out where he's at. Once he gets to the main road, we're pretty fine and dandy. It just, that's kind of hard. So that's just it for tomorrow. We're going to play it by ear. Please go fill up your gas tank. Grab your snow cream fixins. I'm going to go get my condensed milk. Get alternate heat, blankets, those warmers, those things that you can crack open and it warms your feet if your feet's always cold, you know, that kind of thing. Just be ready. Just be ready. That's all. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is, in theory, Mike Parton. So that whole schedule, it's like the same thing. We're all kind of watching the what's going on. And if it's a weather event early, he's not going to be here tomorrow morning. So we're all kind of on that wait and see. So find out from Chase Bryant what's happening, and then we'll know what tomorrow is. But don't take a chance. It'll warm up after the weekend. Just don't take a chance. All right. I think that's it. Birthdays. Let's talk about birthdays. Today is the 9th. Tomorrow is Jackie Lane's, just in case I don't get to it tomorrow. So happy birthday. Let's see. Today's I think it's a Board of Education workshop. So today normally I would be at the school doing the Board of Education meeting, but I believe they have a workshop for today, so there will be no Board of Education meeting, a public meeting. They're going to work on and find out their 5-year plan and work together as a team to be the best that they can be. So just let's just work together and just find the best of everything. All right, birthdays. Rudy Rideout. Hey, Rudy, 71. Downtown Tyler Brown, 34 today. I love Tyler. Tyler is our next generation. Great writer, too. One of my heroes in life is Mary Kate Anderson Brown. She's an Anderson, and she is from her daddy is from here, from Tracy City. She is all of that. She has pictures with almost every famous political person known to man. She has that. Anyway, she's been to Greenbrier, hanging out with all of those folks. I'm just telling you. Happy birthday to Cody Tate. He's 32. My friend Bill White up in the frigid north. And Eric Golub. He's a comedian, 53. And then I'm just going to review tomorrow just in case we do not, and we have nothing on the weekend, just in case. Aaron Burney's birthday is tomorrow, one of our bright, shiny stars. Wilma Trussler, Dr. J's mama. Happy birthday to Wilma. Rod Williams. BJ McCall used to own that restaurant where used to be the Monteagle Diner. Front Porch, was that the name of the Front Porch? Anyway, she's down in Florida. Eddie Scott. Oh my goodness. Sheila Lane, hey girl, happy birthday to Sheila. And then Dr. I think it's Dr. Horton, birthday is tomorrow. It's either her or Dan because they're together. And then Arlen Davenport. Is Thaddeus Blackburn on Saturday? And Brittany Elaine Zeman. Dominic's birthday is on Saturday. Kevin Henderson, Patty Lane, Marie Johnson, Heath Stevens, my aunt Imogene, the last of that generation. Michael Price is on Sunday. Hey, Michael. Jonathan Rudy Adams, Taylor Meeks, our Taylor marrying Tanner. It's her birthday on Sunday. Hogan Holland, another one of our bright kids. That's part of, well, I don't even go into it. Anyway, Hogan, part of the whole Holland bunch. I can't pronounce this name. Brand Oles, Sandy Costley, one of my sorority sisters. She's in Texas. Toby Davis, Yvonne Wilson in Marion County. She is one of the club of mothers who have lost their children. And then Mondays, Jenny. All right, so that's kind of that in a nutshell. Let's go to our prayer list. Lord, let's all raise up these folks in prayer. Louis Nolan and Sakura Meeks, Steve Melton, Herschel Parson, Larry Parson, Chloe King, Wyatt, Patsy Kennedy, Blondell Lockhart, Dave Crabtree, Louis and Christine Dalchi Nunley, Joni Baby, Barbara Myers family, Coey Hargis family, the Anderson family, and then all of the unspoken. All right, I'm going to ask someone from the audience to do a prayer, so here we go. Morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Well, good morning. What are you doing?
Enjoying this beautiful sunshine.
Well, Dolly, guess what? You are number one today.
Number one for what?
I have not taken any calls yet. We had Representative Bricken on the show, chit-chatty, so you're my first phone call.
Well, good. I want to register for them fabulous prizes.
Well, here I go. Boom, you're in.
I want to be put on the prayer list. I'm due for major back surgery the 28th of this month.
All right, 28th of this month. Dolly Young. How long are you going to be out?
I'll be in the hospital 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
And I bounce right back. So it won't take me long to bounce right back.
Well, I know that. You can't keep the Garner girls down.
No.
Okay. All right, well, keep us posted on that. I got you down.
Okay, thank you.
All right, honey. See you. Bye. Morning. Morning.
Morning. I guess I'm number 2.
You are number 2. Way to go, Sherry. You know Yvonne Wilson?
Oh, yes, I do. She's a good friend.
I thought you guys would be 2 peas in a pod.
Oh, yeah.
Her birthday's coming up.
Yeah, she lives right down from me.
Does she really? I love her. All right, going to work out?
I am headed that way.
All right. Anything I need to know today, Sherry?
No, not really.
All right, I had Representative Bricken on today. I was in hog heaven.
Oh, yeah, I've been listening.
Okay, good. I love him. He's just such a conservative fella.
And he's a thoughtful. He has to think about what he's going to say, though, because,
Yeah, he's not your normal whatever.
They don't want to say the wrong thing.
And and he's very, well, he's a banker, accountant by trade, so they're normally like that anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But he, in politics, he was in county commissioner for 20-something years, so he's just a very measured, learned, good man.
He was talking about Cameron Sexton, too. Cameron Sexton is a friend of our family, too.
Well, and I think everyone loves him. I mean, at least in the, Republican leadership up there.
His kids and my grandkids went to school together, and they're still friends. So,
he's out of, is he Cumberland County, I think, right?
Cumberland, yes.
Yeah.
He lives there at Stone Orchard, or...
Yep.
Not Crab Orchard, I can't think of the name of that place where he lives, anyway.
Yeah, I would be okay with Cameron Sexton.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. See, we're all interwoven somehow, some way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's great news. All right, anything else I need to know today?
No, I'm loving this sunshine.
Oh, my gosh, I was so happy to put on my sunglasses.
Yeah.
I mean,
tomorrow, though, because I hate snow.
No, you're going to embrace it. You're going to love the snow, Sherry. Embrace it.
As long as it snows and goes.
Well, it may just snow and go, according to the weather. So just enjoy it. Make snow angels, Sherry.
Oh, I will. I make the best of it, but I hate winter.
I know, but here we are. Let's find all the good ways to enjoy winter, and that's snuggling up.
Yeah. It's just one of God's blessings.
Hey, see, that's right. I try. That's how I have to outthink my winter doldrums.
I hate to think that they used to say it kills all the bugs and whatever, but nah.
Yeah, I went to college in Wisconsin, so it was pretty brutal. And there is such a thing as seasonal disorder when you don't have sunshine. And I would go to the tanning booth, and this is back in the 80s. I mean, because everyone's depressed.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know. That's why you exercise and get out in the sunshine.
That's exactly right. I don't know if I told you or not. That's my granddaughter graduated last year from Wheaton.
No way.
Yeah, she did.
No, you didn't mention that little interwoven piece of information, Sherry.
I think I did. You just weren't absorbing it.
Well, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. That is a wild coinkydink. Wheaton is where I hung my hat for a long time.
Yeah, she loved it up there.
It really was bucolic. I mean, Glen Ellen Wheaton, I graduated from Glenbard West. I thought everything was Mayberry. I mean, honestly, everyone was, Billy Graham Center. I thought everybody was Christians and wonderful people.
Oh, yeah. No.
And then you got outside, and I moved back home to Tennessee. I was like, holy wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. All right, honey. Well, thank you for sharing that, and I've got it in my head now.
Okay.
All right, honey. See you bye. So many coinkydinkies, I'm telling you. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I went long. I had Representative Bricken on. I was getting my geek on. I know, you get me talking politics. It's going to be a whole hour. Anyway, he's going to the inauguration too. He wasn't excited about it until I excited him. So, I'm assuming the fella is next to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Everything done?
We're trying to get a bread meal. Everything's done today.
Okay, I've got a couple of things to do, and then I'm done too.
He's got to take and feed the cows.
Yep. And you got rid of your chickens.
Oh yeah.
That's a hell. I want chickens.
Lord.
Do you have a warmer for your trough, for your water trough?
We had one, but we never did. No, I had a heat. We had a heat lamp in there, and it kept it pretty warm.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Gas tank's full. What else? What else would happen? The dripping of the faucets.
Yeah. That last night. Yeah, we done that.
Okay, what else are we missing?
What was it? 14. 14 this morning. 14 this morning.
It was flipping cold. I had to. It was just cold. And I had to dress up kind of for Representative Bricken, so I'm not bundled up like I should be.
Yeah, right.
I'm just not bundled up. Yeah, I gotta get home. But I did bring Rip with me, so I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna get snuggled in. We're fine.
Yeah, we got most things, everything. We're gonna put some chili on.
Yep. Just getting ready for it. I'm not even gonna worry about it. All right, kids, you guys be safe out there, and as you always are. And good luck. We may or may not be here tomorrow. I don't know.
Right, I'll be here Monday.
Don't say that. I mean, I just want to warn everyone. It may not happen. Just the weather.
Right.
And we're just not going to jeopardize anybody here. So.
No. Right. They know you're getting out. You don't have to. So.
Yeah, we're going to follow our own advice. So we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll talk to you. Maybe we won't. If not, text me if you hear of anything.
Oh, I will. And they've just started putting brine down, too.
I figure they're pre-planning it, yeah.
Yeah, off the mountain they have.
Yeah. Unlike California, where they just take out millions from fire protection and just let it all burn.
Yeah, it's burning.
Man, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm going to San Diego like the week after the inauguration. It just worked out that way. I don't think it'll make it to San Diego, but holy cow.
It's in L.A.
Yeah, I mean, and leadership matters. That mayor was like on vacation during the whole time or something.
Well, them 100-mile-an-hour winds,
I know.
It ain't no way that they can fight these fires.
No, Well, and the water, they couldn't get water. It just so many things that they were not prepared for. So, but anyway.
I don't know if they could ever be prepared for that either.
Well, there are ways, and then there are ways, and their priorities were not safety.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a fact. So anyway, I appreciate y'all, and maybe we'll talk tomorrow.
Inauguration.
Do what?
Inauguration. When's the inauguration date?
It is the 20th.
20th.
Yep, January 20th. We're flying in on the 19th, and there's a party at the Capitol Center, the indoor arena. Capital One, maybe. So it'll be inside. The rally will be inside, and I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm out. It's all coming.
That's right.
All right, kids. I'll see you later.
Be safe.
All right, see you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Brenda, what are you doing?
I was in there checking to see if I had any condensed milk.
Well, I used mine last winter, and I don't think I replenished it. Normally I will. So I'm going to the store and getting some anyway.
I've got a couple, so.
Oh, do you? See, that?
I do some, like you boil it.
Yep.
I put it in a crock pot and boiled it overnight and made caramel.
Oh, I bet that was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we can go into sweet making during this time, too.
Yeah, and I don't need it too much.
No, I don't either. All right, girl, anything I need to know today?
I don't think so. Just everybody stay warm and...
Yeah, everyone just be ready.
Yeah.
Just be ready. All right, girl, I'll talk to you. I may see you tomorrow, I may not. We'll find out.
All righty.
All right.
Be safe.
Bye, sweetheart. You too. Morning. Morning.
Good morning, Michelle.
Alice, what are you doing?
Sitting on the couch and look at this beautiful sun.
Isn't it pretty? I love it. The only bad thing about sun here on the mountain is that it will blind you in certain places of the road.
I have to move down my couch because the sun in on this one spot. Oh, you can't stand it.
It's intense, but I'll take it. I'm not going to cry. Hey, how's your boy?
I called you. How'd you put Jeff? Leave Adam on there. Adam ain't doing no good.
Okay.
But Jeff is in bad shape again. I mean, he's still up. walking around steering wheels, but they've got the 19th, I believe it's the 19th, some of my nerves stuff tore up, I believe it's the 19th. They're going to have to go in and take his heart out and work on something behind it, or I don't know, but I know it sounds bad to me.
You think? They're going to take his heart out and fix it.
Yeah. They say it's his second or third heart surgery.
Wow. Well, no wonder you're nerved up. Holy cow.
Do you believe I ain't got no sense off the kitchen bag?
Oh.
I can't get them off my mind, praying for them, and
You just got to keep praying.
It's driving me crazy.
I know. You just get your.
They say it is a hereditary heart disease they've got.
Yep. Well, you should have, Alice. You should have checked the papers on your husband before you married him. Say, no, I just can't have that heart in my family.
Ain't that the truth? No, he died at 53.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, and all of them have his brothers, his mama, his granny, all of them young. But God's got a place for us if we take it.
Yes, ma'am.
Home will be in a better place.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, amen. Thank you. I've got them on there. No matter what, it's going to be okay, Alice.
Yeah, it's Jeff and Adam.
I've got them. I did Adam and Jeff. Do you want one in front of the other?
No, it's all right. That's fine.
'Cause Adam is it's just hard.
Yeah, and he tries to push himself, and his heart, base of heart, it starts to hurt. He said, Mom, it's a pain.
That's so weird.
It's a real bad pain hits him.
Yeah.
He can take a shower, and he has all this pain. You can't live like that.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah. Well, Mama, just do. They're both on the prayer list.
Yeah, and I want everybody. We'll pray for them too.
Yes,
a lot
ma'am.
of people knows them.
Yes, ma'am.
Pray for them.
Yes, ma'am. It's very least what we can do, Alice.
All right, baby. I love you.
I love you too, and just keep me posted, okay?
All right, honey.
All right, honey. See you. Bye. Morning. Hey, Miss Dola. You're ready and hunker down. I know that.
I mean, I am.
That's my girl. That's my girl. All right, can I do anything for you? Anything I need to know?
No, honey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. You know it. I appreciate you, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I won't.
Right.
All right, honey. You snuggle in, and I'll talk to you on Monday.
You be careful.
All right, honey. See you. Bye. Yeah, I'm not taking any chances. I don't need to break a hip before inauguration. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Leslie. Sorry about that. If I've got Representative Bricken here, I'm going to geek out on politics.
Yeah, get all you can out of him.
I mean, seriously, he's such a wealth of thoughtful information.
Yeah, we need more people like him, and
don't
delegates we've got some good people here in Tennessee.
Yeah, we do. I'm A-okay with our Tennessee. We're golden. More people from other states should be acting like Rush Bricken, though.
They are take a few hints from Tennessee, what they are doing.
Well, we are the beacon on the hill until President Trump takes over that. So, we've been fighting the fight for a long time, and we, at RNC, I did feel that we were the reddest state and the most well-run state in America.
Yeah.
So, blessings. We chose right.
We're doing pretty good compared to the rest of the country.
Just like with Representative Bricken, and if I get all of our other legislators on here, you'll know there's a difference.
Yeah, you can tell the difference in there since Trump was elected. Too. You can feel the pressure that's on the establishment that's trying to make a one world order, and it's not going to work.
Oh no, its day is gone.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about it. We need to remember those children that have been held hostage or whatever.
That's been held hostage where?
Oh, they're being taken into these places, and they're being mistreated, they're being cut off for experiments and everything else. But it's all because of this mess that we've got. It's happening all over the world. Children are being abducted, taken to places and used for different kind of experiments and everything else. It needs to stop.
Amen. True story.
It's going to stop because God's going to repay every dirty deed that they've ever done. And most of our politicians in on this.
I won't say most. I will just say a powerful ones.
Yeah, there's lining their own pocket, and that money that's went to Ukraine, it just falls right back to them, put it in their pocket. It's never helped Ukraine, not one bit.
Yeah, no, I feel you, Leslie. All right. Anything I need to know before we do Revelation?
Oh, we gonna read?
Well, I mean, it's totally up to you. What time is it?
It's 20 after 9.
Oh, do you mind if we not read it today? I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
I was thinking that, that you probably pushed for time this morning.
Yeah, and we're happy. I mean, we're good. It's just, Revelation is just meaty, and you just got to take some time with it.
Yeah, people need to read that and try to get all the knowledge they can out of what's going to take place.
Yeah, because this is this is meaty stuff, so I don't want to rush it just, to get it in, if you don't mind.
I don't care.
Okay. And can you do then a quick prayer over our prayer list, especially Alice is just so concerned about her boys.
Okay. Father God, we come before you, Lord, again this morning. We're so thankful for another day that you've given us. Lord, we pray for all these that's on this list and help Alice's family, Lord, this morning. All these are me requests spoken, unspoken, the tablet church. God, we got so much need in our country and our world today, our children that are being held somewhere, Lord, and we don't know where they're at, God, that they be freed and get back to the families. Father, save our children, save our people. Help us always be vigilant to things that you have us to do, Lord, be in the center of your will in all things. Bless each one this morning and keep them safe through this snowstorm or whatever's coming, Lord. And you keep them warm, keep them safe. And God, keep us in the land of Goshen, the lights on. We'll thank you for it. We'll praise you for it. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Hey, I got a weird thing that someone sent me that I'm going to have on the show. Remember the Dalrymples who were fighting the cancer naturally, holistically? He has since passed, but, he had stage 4, I think it was liver. And he died, he was given 6 months and he lived 6 years. So it works. She sent me something about water that if you, and this is scientific, our body is like 85% water.
Yeah.
And they put all this they had water, and there was folks surrounding it, and they were just being very ugly, lots of hate in their words, etc. And then they froze it and put it in a petri dish, and there was these black yuckies just popping up from water.
They're poisoning our water and our food and our air and everything.
Yeah, but no, this is different. This is energy. And so then they had folks praying and saying uplifting things around this water. And when they froze it and put it under the microscope, it was crystals. So, I mean, if you can't tell me prayer doesn't work from just a physiology standpoint, that's super interesting.
Yeah, prayer works.
Prayer works, and there's a reason for it. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Be safe. All that above. Teach those kids, if they'll listen, grandkids, great-grandkids, all the smart things and the wise things that they need to know.
Right.
All right, buddy. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, wild. I think I shared it. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Evelyn. What is up?
Well, I'm just thinking about if I get the TV off. Okay, I think I finally got it. Thinking about back in the 1940s. This temperature is reminding me of the 1940s.
Okay.
So it is cold. It's wintertime, of course, but this forecast of ice with the snow. If we have ice with snow, it doesn't go fast.
No, ma'am.
It does not go fast. And I'm just hoping and praying that it won't be as bad. And there's a possibility. Even Chase tells us there's a possibility.
Yeah.
And that it could change and not be that bad. But still, we're going to get a certain amount of snow.
We are, and we just if we don't have to get out of it, let's not do it.
Yeah, well, I think snow is pretty. I like to watch it fall. However, I've missed watching it fall these times it has come because I was busy or just preoccupied with something, but I saw it on the ground, dusting, but it's the ice that's really so dangerous.
Well, this is the time where people write songs and write poetry during quiet, silent snows. At least that's what I've heard.
Well, that's time for contemplation. And just within the last week, of course, my sleep is just erratic, off and on during the day, off and on during the night. I just can't regulate my sleep. And I have if I'm in the living room, my computer is on, usually on BBN radio, and I hear something and I think, well, I've got to get up and make a note of that. And twice I've ended up writing a poem.
Really?
And then the last time it was so difficult. I had to edit, before I could just leave it. But then I went back to bed, went back to sleep, so that happens.
Well, they say to always put a tablet by your bed in case you wake up with some kind of wonderful thought.
Oh, well, with my vision, it's difficult to write.
Sure.
I can see on the computer.
Right on.
I can read on the computer. Sometimes I have to use, my sister Faye gave me a wonderful magnifying glass with lights on it. Of course, I have to have light, too, to see and read.
I finally met Faye. Her and Harley came over to Festival of Trees.
Yes, and I kept waiting on James Everett and them, the family, to be able to go with me, and I never did get to go into the room because I kept waiting on them, and then the weather and different things happened. So, well,
it's their loss. Next year.
There was the ones. See, I walked through from the door to the heritage room and there at the front, and all the way through, and saw those beautiful trees.
Oh, they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I hear you.
Others.
All right, well, we're kind of running late. I appreciate you. Anything else that we need to know? And we may not be here tomorrow morning. I don't know.
Well, I was thinking about unrighteousness. God wants to see a righteous nation. But when there's so much unrighteousness and he sends judgment on the unrighteousness, not on the people. However, the people are in the fallout, and innocent people too are in the fallout when it happens, when the judgment happens.
We may be seeing that in California, Miss Evelyn.
We may be, and that's people need to remember God's not sending judgment on them, but on the unrighteousness.
Right on.
If he is sending, if that's what's happening.
Yeah, we don't know, but I don't know. I feel differently.
Yeah.
All right.
We just can't help but know that God is a just God, and he hates sin, but he loves the people.
Yes, he does.
That's why he made people, because he wanted a relationship, a loving relationship with people.
Well, amen.
Amen to that.
Oh my goodness. All right, honey. Well, you have if I don't talk to you tomorrow, have a wonderful weekend, safe weekend, and hopefully I'll talk to you on Monday.
Well, hopefully I'll get my credit card today because they found fraud. So.
Well, thank goodness that they shut it off. It's inconvenient, but at least they shut it off.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've tried to use my credit card to save a lot, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I've had that happen too, but hey, at least they're doing it.
Yes.
All right, Miss Evelyn, you have a wonderful day, honey.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Morning.
How you doing, Miss Evelyn?
Hey, buddy. You getting all ready for our snow?
Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited. Yeah. Well,
Maybe, don't go ahead.
No, I said maybe we'll find you some change for next year, so you can dig people out of the ditch.
Yeah. Well, I ain't been nowhere since Monday, and never did get back out, and I ain't been nowhere Tuesday or yesterday.
Well, you better get out and get something. I mean, if you have supplies, then that's great. But if not, you better get out today because, tomorrow's going to be crazy.
Just, I just sitting here watching TV. I need to up to 8 this morning.
Well, we had Rush Bricken on. Hey, we are running way over. Anything I need to know today?
Well, Michelle, I sent her text in a few minutes, though. But in mid-90s and early 2000s, we used to put wood or rocks in back the truck. That give you a weight to get out.
That's a good idea.
And that's what Steven needs to do. If he got some firewood or some rocks put in back his truck and stuff, that give him a little weight for he get out in the morning.
Nah, he's not going to chance it.
Yeah, well, I understand if we got something like that, 4 or 8 rocks, that give him a little weight to get out.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. That's what they say is weight down your trunk if you don't have 4-wheel drive.
Well,
that's a good suggestion.
Well, see, he got several. He took a little bit weight in his truck, down on the little traction on that snow and ice and that.
Well, I don't think anyone is wanting to risk it. So, but that's really good advice, Lily. Thank you.
You know what some people used to do, weight,
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. And to have kitty litter or rock salt in your back of your trunk as well.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, I'm going to fly. We may or may not be here tomorrow morning. We'll find out.
I'll just wait and see you in the morning.
All right, honey. If you see Misty, tell her I said hey.
I'll go ahead, rest of me. And I talked to her yesterday, and she told me on her lunch break. And so.
Okay. All right, buddy. All right, see you, bye. One more. Morning.
Good morning.
What you doing?
Watching you.
Good. Snuggled up? All your fixings? You got everything you need?
Yeah, sure have.
Because that's how we roll, baby.
Oh, yeah. And just rest for me because I know you're ready to go home.
Well, I've got some fixings to get over at the pig first.
Oh, yeah, I got to get all that ready.
And then I am in. I am not going anywhere. So, anyway. All right, Sue. Appreciate you. We may be in. We may see you tomorrow. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, honey. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's it. We didn't do too bad. What, 9:30? And once again, thanks for allowing me the point of privilege of having Representative Bricken in here for a longer period of time than normal. Talking to him about his viewpoints in state legislature and national politics, I could listen to him all day, honestly. He is so thoughtful and so measured, and so he's got the soul of a servant, and he's a good person, and he thinks like that. So I don't know. It's super cool. We're very blessed to have great folks representing us in all levels. So we're good. Honestly, we're so good. Tomorrow is Friday. We may or may not be here. We're going to play it by ear. Mike Parton, if we are here and all the stars align, we're going to have the fabulous Mike Parton here in the morning. And we're going to talk about all things electric and all the things that we need to know from Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative. So that's it. We're going to head out and get our fixins for the Snowmageddon that we're going to have. And as always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I may see you tomorrow.